What's up, guys? It's Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to be breaking down how wide receivers can use a split release and how they can run a post route off of a split release and how you guys can combine the release with a move at the top of the route. So I hope this video helps you guys out. I hope it teaches you a few things about this release and how you guys can add this to your tool belt of releases that you can use in an actual live game situation. But also, fellas, if you're a wide receiver and you want to know all the drills that you need to be doing to work on these certain press releases, moves at the top of the route running techniques, check out that very first link in the description below for our 8-week-long wide receiver on-field workout plan. So what it is, it's an 8-week-long schedule with all of the specific drills wide receivers need to be doing for press releases, route running, catching, explosiveness, balance. We break it down into a daily schedule. We give you sets, repetitions, and we include a 2-hour video explaining each drill and explaining the importance of each drill. So if you guys want access to that, want more information, check out that very first link in the description below. Let's get started with this video. So first things first here with this split release from Jalen Waddle. He does a great job of being in a balanced position where you can read the DB and then obviously being able to react off the top. Now, certainly his speed helps, but again, I still have to be able to get off the line. At the next level, what you guys have to understand, when you're making the transition from college to the NFL, when you're making the transition from high school to college, this position gets faster every year. This position is naturally going to be faster than wide receivers, right? So if you're maybe not a guy who has Jalen Waddle speed, you're not going to be able to run past guys, right? So you're going to have technique. So when Waddle comes off and he does this split release is a mistake. The mistake that a lot of guys make on this is they never get to this position right here. They'll be super narrow with their feet, and when they do this split release, because there's a little hesitation to it, they'll pick their chest up. They'll expose their number, and all it's going to do is make us more susceptible to a jam. There was a clip that was posted the other day on Instagram where this receiver got completely jammed off the line, rerouted to the sideline, and he did a split release. And the reason why he got jammed is because his chest was exposed. He popped straight up in the air. So we need to get to this balanced position. I'm in a balanced base where my weight's on the inside portion of my feet so I could push in either direction. We're going to talk about that in a second. But this puts me in a position where if this DB jams, it's not the end of the world. I'm not going to get rerouted. I'm not going to get knocked on my ass. I'm going to be in a position where I can just shed the hand and get up into the route, right? So again, with this split release, this is a great release to where you can use to get a read on the DB, because sometimes a split release is about reacting, right? So when I do this split release, and again, for those of you that don't know, a split is literally like how you could think of it. Your front foot goes out and your back foot comes up even with your front foot. That's literally all it is, but you're in a position of balance. Now, this DB is in a head up technique. He's right in front of me, right? So he's not inside shade, he's not outside shade, he's head up press. So I could go inside or I could go outside, but on this split release, if this DB takes away one of the releases, we have to be able to react to it. And that's why it's important that we get to this balanced position that I'm talking about right here. So when I come off and I split, I should be able to push this way and take an inside release, or I should be able to push off of my right foot and take an outside release. Because what if when we split, this DB seals the inside hard? Like, let's say he steps with this foot, he really tries to take away the inside release, and I got to still run this post route. I can't force the inside release because this DB is just going to get hands and reroute me completely off this thing. So I have to be in this balanced position with my base. I have to come to balance to be able to push outside and to be able to push back to the inside, right? So again, this DB kind of stays, he stops his feet, he hesitates. So Waddle does a great job of pushing off of that outside foot, keeping that explosion and bursting up. Now, when I run a post route with an inside release, what are a couple things you could do? At the top of the route, you could either work to restack, give a move and run a post. If you take the inside release and he's right on your hip, you can work a little chicken wing. And what I mean by that is leaning into this DB with your outside arm and like your outside shoulder. And that's exactly what Waddle does. He does a great job of doing this like shoulder reduce technique. So what that is that's just a move to restack. Right? You split, you reduce the shoulder, so when this DB shoots a hand, he's on top of your shoulder and you could just shrug off, rip back over the top to get to that position to restack. So that's a perfect execution of that shoulder reduce, and I love that shoulder reduce move, not swatting the hands when you're on a split release. If you get that DB to freeze his feet and you burst up and you dip that shoulder, you can easily rip under and easily get back to that position to restack. Now, like I said, we could either work a chicken wing or I could work to the top of the break. So Waddle does that little chicken wing, and what I mean by that is he gives a little bit of a lean with that upper half. Maybe a tad of a push, but again, that's just wide receivers and DBs being physical. That's just swatting hands right there. So that's a great job being at the top of this thing, not giving away any indicators and breaking this thing right off. That's a perfect execution of the split route and how you guys can do that on a post route. Now, again, why would you go with the split release on a post route? Because a post route's a quick route. No quarterback's going to be throwing like a bang 8 post, like a hard post right off the line over the middle of the field. Nobody's going to throw that late. He's not going to be like, okay, let me read the right side of the field, then let me come back to this hard post on my third read. That doesn't exist. It's a timing route, chances are you're the first or the second read, so we got to make sure we get off the line fast, and I get up into this break. Let's watch the thing again, full speed one more time. Perfect execution of the split release here from Jalen Waddle, freezing that DB, reducing the shoulder, and then giving that little chicken wing technique to get that ball over the middle. Great overall route. All right, guys, we want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys have any questions at all, don't hesitate to leave those in the comment section below. We'll get back to you as soon as I can. I always appreciate the feedback. And again, fellas, if you want an 8-week-long wide receiver workout plan, all the drills you need to be doing to work on these specific release techniques, route running techniques, and overall ability broken down with sets, repetitions, instructional video, check out that very first link below. I'll see you guys next time.